I'm here making a really shitty video telling you how to squat a building, or basically how to live someplace rent-free for, I don't know, up to a year, 2 years, 5 years. Really depends on how long you're willing to fight for it. So basically what you want to do is, first you want to pick out an abandoned property, a house, a storefront, someplace that you want to live, preferably someplace where they have a mailbox and an address. You're going to want to enter the property with as least destruction as possible. If you have to break a window to get in, replace and repair the window. You want it to look like you belong there. Now, you can go and find out things like the owner of the property and who pays the taxes on the property, that kind of thing, at the county recorder's office. And I recommend doing that. As soon as you establish yourself as a resident, find out who owns the property, or even before you establish yourself as a resident. The preferable way to do it is to find a property that is owned by a bank that has gone into foreclosure. If you're doing it in an area where lots of properties have gone into foreclosure, then that bank may be sitting on that property for a while, and you can live there until they figure out there's someone squatting in it, and probably a while afterwards. You want to establish yourself as a resident. So as soon as you move into the place, start getting mail there. Good mail. Apply for a bank account with that address as your address. If you can get your ID changed over to have that address on it, do it as soon as possible. If you apply for food stamps or you're on food stamps, change your address to that address as soon as possible. Every piece of mail that comes to you, save with that address on it. That address gives you proof of residency, which means when the cops come to kick you out of there, which eventually they might, probably will, you have proof of address, which means it's no longer a criminal matter, it's a civil matter, which means whoever owns the property has to have you legally evicted. Now, they will set a court date for you to go in and appear before a judge, and they will serve you papers. Now, the best thing you can do is to hold off on letting them serve you those papers until, well, as long as possible. Don't let them serve you. But this may also backfire on you, because they may hire someone to serve you that just writes in your name in the signature spot and fakes it and turns the paperwork in anyway. That happened to me. But if they schedule you for a court date, go see the judge and plead your case to the judge. Say, Your Honor, it's going to take me longer than is allowed on this eviction for me to move out of this place, and I need more time, and whatever time the judge gives you, take it. Agree to it. Now, you can actually get paid for leaving the property. You can talk to their lawyer or the landlord and say that you're willing to take, say, $1,000 or $1,500 to move out and leave the property in pristine condition. Now, for that to happen, you have to have the property in pristine condition. So if you're living in a house, actually live in it. Keep the place clean, keep it tidy, keep it nice. Take photographs of the place and submit them to the property owner and the lawyer and say, this is what the property looks like now. I have made improvements to the property since I've lived here, and do that. Like, if there's any repairs that need to be repaired, repair those. And make an expense report, labor included, on what repairs you had done, and turn those in. And you can also take that and hold that against the new property owner as a lien that they can't sell the property until they pay you back. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to unpackage here. But you can move out willingly and get paid for it. Or, hey, if they don't take the deal, make sure you shit in every corner of the house before you leave. Pull out the copper wiring. Again, make it as hard on them to take that property from you as possible. Make it as expensive for them as possible. They had the option to pay you. Now it's going to cost them more. I know it seems like a harsh, shitty way to do it, but hey, your place of residence was taken from you. You didn't give it up, and now you're just taking from someone else what was taken from you. And the world, that's the way the world is designed. You don't get things given to you, you take them. Yeah, I'm getting off into a rant, but hey, if you want to do it, if you want to squat as legally as possible and get paid for it, that's the way to do it. Yeah.